Last time, the road south turned strange. A merchant's cart brought gossip and gifts. Honey vanished into the lantern-lit woods with the mysterious woman, and the rest of the group pressed on for a while, following the beast's fresh trail until the signs led them back toward familiar ground. Now the morning mist clings low over Matango village, curling around the mushroom houses and the rebuilt well. Lanterns sway gently in the early breeze, their lights dim against the gray sky. The village feels quieter than before, not fearful but expectant. Word is spread that the hunters have returned. Milo's grandparents, Herman and Lucy, wait near the house, relieved to see him alive. Sarah, the innkeeper at the Prancing Prawn, rushes to fetch water and hot tea for the travelers. And Kana, the wild herb witch, peers from her garden with knowing eyes, muttering something about roads that take more than they give. And at the edge of the village, Riku stands waiting, bow slung across his back, Kiro perched on his shoulder once more. And talk?
Are we just now in the back in the village, you said? Or
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock on Riku's door.
Just said that Riku was waiting for ya.
Um
Yep.
uh
You could approach him.
yeah, I'll walk over there to him.
Okay. Wild. Okay.
um
I think I'm good now.
I'll just explain to him the shit we went through. Uh Tell him we dropped into a mysterious bog. It took us somewhere. Uh, I don't know where they went, but I went to a little island. Um I can't, I can't remember what we did um after we all finished our trial.
Followed
Uh,
tracks south.
Yep.
I literally.
no,
Were
no,
you
like
just not?
immediately after.
Were you?
No,
Were you just not listening?
I have really bad memory also. I listened to some of it, and the rest just got in one ear out the other.
Mm,
My bad.
it's all good.
But I thought like when we do we all just go to
You came out of the swamp.
the overworld?
You came out of the swamp.
Oh,
Started looking for tracks after the fact. Followed them south. Found the merchant. Honey left, and you went back to Matengo.
okay.
Yep.
Uh,
And now we have
uh,
people waiting for us as we get back.
yeah.
So I will join Milo and going to Riku.
How's Ivar doing now
Um,
that Honey's gone?
He's silent.
Fair enough. So you fill Riku in?
Yeah.
Give me a second while I find my spoon and my safety peanut butter. Mm, peanut butter. Alright. Mm, tasty. Okay. Riku, ruminates on the fact that it sounds like a rough time and recommends that you all should get some rest and then that you all set out in the morning.
And where are we going?
You said you were following a
Where
trail.
we're going.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We had to come all the way back here for you because you didn't join us.
You left without me.
No, that wasn't me. That was someone else.
You all, I'm going to say this once and nobody's going to argue. Each and every one of you had an opportunity to stop by my home and invite me with you and make sure I was coming. None of you took that opportunity. I'm not upset, but I'm not going to let you blame anyone else because it was like every single one of you had the chance.
Didn't want to be a bother.
Mm. Get some rest.
I go and get some rest.
Ivar, there's always a room welcome for you.
I appreciate it.
You all get a long rest.
Yep.
Nothing happens.
That's good.
And everybody but Jet wakes up because Jet's dead.
Damn.
No, I'm kidding. You all wake up.
Jet died by death by Shushnu.
Death by snoo snoo. By who?
It was a wet dream.
That's the mystery. We gotta find out
A
who.
wet dream.
It was a wet dream.
That's a lot of psychic damage.
That's a wild wet dream. What the hell?
So
Whoo.
much psychic
Okay.
damage, mind flares are blushing.
Okay. So. I'm realizing that this might be broken. As I'm looking at this and it says, as a bonus action, you can imbue a longbow or short bow with elemental energy for 1 minute. For the duration, the imbued weapon deals damage of the selected type of its normal type and deals an extra 1d6 of the chosen type when it hits. At the start of your turn, you can change this choice. Um, Except 4 times per long rest, acid arrow. 4 times per long rest, cold arrow. 4 times per long rest, fire arrow. 4 times per long rest, lightning arrow. And 4 times per long rest, thunder arrow. That's 20 times per long rest that I could imbue a bonus action. As a bonus action, a
I
longbow or short bow. I think something is wrong, or it's given me
I
more
think it's
choices than
supposed
I
to be you
needed.
can use any of those, and they all count for that 1 times or 4 times per day.
I think Primordial
So you get free
Archer
casts.
is kinda wild.
I think it's you only get 4 casts of it, but you can change it.
Then I think Riku's just gonna be a hunter. Simple guy, simple things. It's what he's good for. It's who he is. A hunter. Anyway. How does the early morning find you all?
I'm outside training.
Okay. Jet.
Jet's preparing for the journey, getting all of his pack ready and getting into town, I suppose.
Ivar.
I'd say he's probably up and ready early.
And Llewellyn.
I'd be waiting at the bar drinking coffee.
I'm so grateful that nobody has mentioned that they're making any efforts to talk to anybody.
Well, I've got to get into town.
Yeah. So you all procrastinate the day.
I mean,
I only
Ivar,
there for a few hours.
Ivar doesn't know most of these people. Why would he socialize?
I mean, why wouldn't you socialize with your own party about moving forward?
You're right. Ivar mentioned something
Two.
to Llewellyn.
Okay. So you went specifically to the bar to mention to Llewellyn.
We should get a move on. As I walk out the bar.
Okay, we'll say that it took long enough for this interaction to occur that you've made it to town, Jet.
First thing I'm doing is I'm gonna go and find Riku, because that's where I assume we're meeting up.
Now,
Alright.
at worst, I get to
Right
blame
back.
Llewellyn for us not leaving on time.
Milo, you start seeing the others moving through town.
Yeah, as soon as, because I live near the bar, as soon as I see them start walking out, I'll jog over there. And then just wait a little bit till Riku shows up.
Okay. And Riku does. Kind of waiting for you all to show up. If you all want to go ahead and launch the map, you can.
I see it.
So we're
Um,
continuing south.
yes.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back.
It sounds like a
I'll
good
tell
plan to me.
Riku where we found the last of the trails last night.
Okay.
I wonder what Riku would have had to deal with if he was there with us.
Doesn't matter.
But the stories we could tell.
Riku would have been one of the ones to fall, probably.
You say as I think two of you rolled natural ones.
Yeah. But Riku is a ranger, man. He has the ability points.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Then I guess we should get moving.
Sounds good to me.
Uh, Riku will hand out some rations. Mainly more dried and spiced meats.
Let's go.
Huzzah! Dibs on the salmon.
Cracked black pepper jerky
Dang.
made out of deer venison.
Good old deer jerky.
Teriyaki has not been invented yet, but Worcestershire sauce has.
So there's no
Soy
jack
sauce has
legs?
though. Soy sauce is old as shit.
You want to know what has apparently been invented in Dungeons and Dragons? Mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like what? Eggs and flour?
Eggs and oil
Eggs and oil, yeah.
Beaten to a pulp.
with some spices to actually make it taste
If
decent.
you said ketchup, that one I would have been surprised by.
Well, considering that ketchup is emulsified, I
The-
think
the-
I
the
think I
problem is
think
just
ketchup also has pectin. Does
No, but the
ketchup
problem is just more that it's the
have
idea of
pectin?
when you go that long ago that people would go, you know what we should do? Crush tomatoes and then mix it with sugar. Like, I don't see why anyone would think to do that.
Oh, the reason why ketchup is very good is because it has natural occurring pectin, which allows it to, is a natural gelling agent.
Now, mustard, though. Mustard I could see being around because
Oh yeah,
mustard
no,
is
mustard,
basically the mustard plant.
mustard 100% is
Must.
around because of mustard seeds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I meant. Yeah, mustard seed, yeah. So if you were to make a hot dog for people back then, it would be mustard only. No relish, no ketchup,
I mean, all you
no
gotta,
No,
mayonnaise.
it'd be mustard and mayo.
Yeah,
mustard and
mustard and
mayo,
mayo, yeah.
which is my stepfather's choice of condiments for burgers and hot dogs. He smears mayo on the hot dog, puts a slice of cheese in it, then the hot dog, and then puts mustard on top.
Yeah, that's what I do for my sandwiches is mayo and
Since
mustard.
we're already distracted, here's one question for you to ponder. I Part of me feels like this is a very modern age thing, but do you think, let's say 1600s and below, people any living at those before that time had any interest in eating spicy foods to the point that it was habitual? Like, do you think spice heads existed, you know, in outside the last like modern America existing kind of era?
I mean, probably some of the Native Americans.
Well, because you gotta like think about back in those days,
And
the main avenue
also,
you'd have for like really spicy stuff would have been natural occurring peppers. And typically also that would be very ritualistic if you're talking about like native. They do it ritually, not necessarily for enjoyment. I'm just wondering if there's ever anyone who put some fucking sweet ass peppers in a soup and spiced the shit out of that thing, you know, in Roman or Greek times.
I mean, that's probably how a lot of like Indian cuisines came.
Yeah, but even India, like the modern India for that is only like what, 700-800 years?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
But that's
Pre 1600s and early 1600s was usually a focus on pungency, not flavor.
Yeah, that's why I picked that period because I'm saying it feels very modern to be a spice focused in society about wanting spicier and hotter.
Even
Like
before
that
the
doesn't seem,
1600s, foods were heavily spiced with black pepper.
I mean, black pepper, let's be honest though.
have you eaten a whole fucking pepper kernel?
Yeah,
Them
it's
bitches
not
can get spicy.
nothing, but it's not a habanero.
Anyway, back to it.
Yeah,
So you all are here. You all setting off?
we got a
Yep.
map now.
As long as Riku's with us.
Riku's with you.
Riku, are you there?
Riku's here.
We get
No.
there and we realize we forgot Riku's fox.
Guys, wait,
No,
we're
he's
missing
got
someone.
Kiro.
Where's Honey?
Too soon, man.
Man, it seems like we're always missing somebody, huh?
Alright. So you all begin traveling southward. It's going to be one encounter check before you reach the place where you stopped your chase of the creature.
I'll do it.
It is going to be different this time. Roll a d20.
You got it, boss. I rolled a 12.
You come across a massive frog the size of a wagon. It snores loudly, exhaling small clouds of spores.
Small clouds of spores, you say. Can I roll, eh, I roll. I want to inspect the spores. What would be the best thing for that? Would it just be perception?
Sure.
Or would it be nature? No, nature probably, right?
Probably nature.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself and roll some nature on them spores. If I could get to
Can I,
my sheet.
can I roll stealth? Ivor does not want to participate in this tomfoolery.
What's up?
I said, can Ivar roll stealth? He does not want to join in this tomfoolery.
Sure.
He's gonna continue on.
It's a DC 13.
14 on the nature.
15.
Yeah, Ivar's able to sneak around.
Thank you.
You recognize the creature as a dream eater spirit, frog spirit, a harmless creature that feeds on nightmares and grows drowsy afterwards.
I'll go up to it and I'll inhale the spores.
What the fuck?
What? Okay, there he goes.
So he feeds on nightmares, not dreams.
Never said how he gets those nightmares, man.
I
You
go
could
ahead
be
and
living your nightmare.
I go ahead and inhale the spores.
So,
I'm gonna watch from afar what happens. So Llewellyn.
Llewellyn thinks he's clearing his mind and he's gonna have good dreams for the next while. That's what he thinks.
high or low?
Hi.
I could see that being a way of thinking, but that's just sounds stupid.
It is a random wild animal that is a
Llewellyn.
spirit.
Mm-hmm.
The frog snores pulse through the ground, a low rhythmic hum that makes the air shimmer. As you approach, the glowing spores drift lazily toward you. Golden green, soft as dust motes. You breathe in, and the world changes. The light of day stretches and softens. The color of the marsh bleeds together, greens into blues, blues into violet mist. And for a heartbeat, you see music, literal ribbons of sound twining through the air, every croak and hum visible in luminous patterns. Then a voice,
You see Llewellyn go, the hills are alive with the sight of music.
and you've just woken up the frog and created a panic because you're an idiot.
Continue.
Well, before you interrupted, I was going to finish, but you pretty much canceled out the boon you were about to get by being stupid.
I wasn't actually gonna sing. I'm making a joke.
No, I'm holding you to your words.
Now,
You
you
s-
never established that for this campaign. You
You
never
s-
said that up
you
top.
said Llewellyn was singing, therefore
And you never said we
Llewellyn was
couldn't make
singing.
jokes. I made a topical reference. You never said we couldn't make jokes.
I mean, I would have allowed it to be a joke had you not interrupted me mid-sentence.
Okay, my apology.
So,
The world changes around me. I see music,
you started singing.
and then I stopped myself because I thought better of it.
Stealth check then.
Okay, I cast guidance. Uh, that's whatever it is, it's a pass. It's what the hell? What's the oh it's a 21.
Was it?
Yeah, 16 plus 3 plus 1. That's like 20.
Fine. You don't wake it, but you don't get the boon.
That's mean.
It's what you get. You interrupted
Okay.
you interrupted the spirits.
All right.
not really that big of a boon. It would have just been advantage on your next performance or charisma check.
Oh, Llewellyn saw music that day.
And you will be for a while. Because you drugged yourself.
That's alright.
Y'all gonna continue forward? 'Cause I
Yeah,
ultimately
you
need.
see,
Yes.
you see now more than ever, Llewellyn is playing his lute, and he's just like looking around at nothing as he sees just music notes fly off his lute as he plays.
So he is playing. Good enough.
Well, now I am. Now that we're walking.
I was going to say I need stealth checks from everybody but Ivar to move around the frog.
I already rolled my stealth check as a 20.
That was a stealth check not to immediately wake it up due to your singing.
I'll roll another stealth check.
Heroic inspiration.
So my next one is a 14.
Stealth check, Jet.
I used my heroic inspiration and got a 21 instead of a nat 1.
Alright.
21.
Y'all are able to move around the frog without waking it.
And I'll continue following the tracks of the beasts.
Okay.
Or when we get there.
Yeah, you all eventually manage to make it back to the place where you eventually turned back.
I'll point him out to Riku in case I ever lose him. He can hopefully have him too.
Are you guys seeing those birds singing over there? I mean, like seeing them singing?
Llewellyn, not only are they singing, to you, they're also tap dancing.
Amazing. Nature is so beautiful.
Wow, look at all the mice in the carpet.
It literally looks like a Disney cartoon where the birds are tripping and the music
What?
notes are
Yeah,
coming
I
out.
know, I know
What
that
mice,
reference.
Peggy?
Oh, in the carpet.
What mice in the carpet, Peggy?
Everyone else suddenly turns into like Cuphead style animated characters, and then they're like, boop, 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 Steamboat Willie music starts playing.
Yes, I respect the reference. That's awesome.
What mice? Oh wow, look at that. What mice in the carpet, Peggy?
Oh, what mice in the carpet?
That was such a good fucking way to handle that. That was so funny.
That was out of left field too. That's what was so fucking hilarious. The fucking
My
tone,
favorite part
the
is I
voice
think he calls her
drop.
Skibby.
Derek is fucking unhinged.
I shaved today. Thank you.
You
I
did?
shaved today and I liked it.
It is a crime that I think I was the only one who saw that. Whew. All right. So you are back at the point where you had turned back from tracking late into the night. Yeah, takes. Go ahead and give survival checks.
I gotta find them tracks. Huge tracts of land. I will cast guidance once again. I rolled
Thank
a
gosh, my
20.
fucking.
A 20 on survival. 14 plus 4 plus 2. Yeah.
I'm gonna stab you soon with all this fucking guidance bullshit.
Hey, blame Wizards of the Coast, not me.
Ivar with
They
his
could they
natural
could they could
one.
they could probably fix guidance by making it that.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But they could probably fix guidance by making it a spell that lasts like 10 minutes, but can only be casted per 10-minute period. So while it'd be concentrate, like, and then probably wouldn't even need to be concentration or whatever. I don't even. Why is it concentration? Oh, because you hold on to it. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it should be like if you cast it you can't cast it again within a 10-minute period. That would make it less abusable, probably.
Or you could only make it where you could cast it on others. 'Cause why would you be
Yeah,
able to give yourself? Why would you be able to give yourself guidance? Typically, you give
but even
others
if you
guidance.
cast it on others, it's still pretty broken. You just make everyone else beastly.
Yeah, but you ultimately are only able to give one person guidance on a roll, not all four.
I can't give off for it guidance. I could give them blast, but that wouldn't help in a skill check. I don't think.
Yeah.
You could always make the NPCs notice when he's casting guidance, and it's a
By the way,
verbal and
that's what makes
somatic.
Peace Cleric so OP because they get bless plus the plus guidance plus the extra what do you call it? The extra D4 from their thing. And there's I forget what the method is, but there's ways to increase it to 3D4s on certain things, so you can get like a
Throw
a
throw a
3
level
4 bullshit.
throw a level 6 paladin on there for aura of protection.
Yeah, Peace Clerics are ridiculous. I played one once.
All right.
Emboldening Bond, I think that's what it's called.
Overall, Ivar, you're lost. You think we're not in the right location?
Is he with us or is he back still on his own?
Ivar's with you.
Okay.
Okay, because I
Ivar-
rolled a 20, so I should know.
Ivar was never on his own.
Oh no, he said he was stealthing, so I wasn't sure.
He stealthed around the frog.
Okay. Well, I did roll a 20 on this survival.
Oh yeah. The reason why I left you out was because I almost didn't believe you for a second there.
Thank you, Jasper.
What's up?
I said thank you, Jasper. Like you explained everything to him, so I didn't have to.
Yeah, so the few of you who rolled above a 15 were able to find the tracks again, no problem.
Ah, I thought this was the spot. This is where we found the tracks last time. Follow me. I will lead the way. As will these birds and their beautiful music.
I should have made you roll with disadvantage because you're drugged. All right, from here
I'll
on,
roll again.
from here on out, all your wisdom and intelligence-based skills are at disadvantage.
I rolled a 20. I rolled a 23 that time. If that helps.
From here on out, and I don't believe you.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 19.
Gonna make you start rolling on D&D Beyond.
Why in this campaign, in this session, is now the point that you start questioning my rolls?
Because they've been pretty high lately.
Look, I'm a bard. Bards are epic. I got some kind of proficiency on every skill. My lowest bonus is a 2.
You move on.
I'm moving on to where these tracks are leading.
When the tracks start getting fresher, I'm gonna try to stealth a little more.
Okay. You all travel along the road. And Ivar, go ahead and roll a d20.
Gotcha. Seven. Take that how you will.
The afternoon sun filters down as you follow along the tracks, coursing through thin clouds as the road dips into a wide stretch of tall swaying grass, the kind that brushes against the knees and rustles like whispered words. And then the grass begins to move. At first it's subtle, a slow ripple against the wind, a low vibration beneath the earth. Then comes the sound, a wet, rhythmic hiss, as something massive glides through the reeds. The grass parts just enough for you all to see it. Long, sleek, and shining with dew, a creature like an eel as thick as a man's torso rises for a moment, tasting the air before sliding away again. There are more of them, a whole herd, moving slowly and peacefully through the field, their scales gleaming faintly with pale green light.
I don't see them. I'm looking at birds that are singing.
The birds are gone. The eels are singing now.
Ooh, interesting.
Does anyone else happen to see that?
Never.
You got
I
options.
think we skip.
You got options. You can observe quietly, approach calmly, startle or attack them, or magical interaction.
I'll do a magical interaction.
You got any good spells that are worth a magical interaction?
I got Zone of Truth.
That's not going to get you anything since you can't speak to them.
Let me see here.
I was kind of looking towards Jet. I recommend we let the high person try first.
I could do minor illusion to them, and like minor illusion, like some food for them to eat.
I think that might anger or startle them.
Okay. Or I could minor illusion. Ooh, you know what? Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna minor illusion the sound of a hawk. Do we wait? Do we? I'm literally talking to myself, and I'm saying this to the party. Wait, do we want to be friendly with these eels, or are they scary?
I mean, we could just observe them and let them pass.
I'm gonna minor
Riku,
illusion the sound of a hawk.
Are you?
Yeah.
I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
Are you fucking kidding me? 2 fucking 5s.
I got a 17. You didn't say I had disadvantage
Oh.
on layout.
Don't worry, Milo. I'm right there with you.
You're still ahead of me.
Everyone's collapsed to the ground while Llewellyn's just looking around.
Jet, Llewellyn, and
Did everyone else fail? Oh no, I rolled
Jet,
good.
Llewellyn, and Milo all are going to take 8 bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone into the mud.
With a 17?
It was a DC 18.
Okay.
And
How much damage?
8 bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone into mud.
Okay.
That Ivar and Riku are just going to take 4 damage. Riku
I
just
don't think the hawk idea worked, guys.
and Riku just rounds on Llewellyn and says, "What the hell did I just say?"
I literally can't remember. Guys,
He said
I
we could
think
have just observed.
I think ingesting that frog was a bad idea.
You didn't eat the frog.
I ate his gas.
You inhaled the spores.
Yeah, that's what they are.
The area goes eerily quiet now, the reeds trembling for minutes after the eels are gone, and you all may find deep furrows in the soil leading south toward where the beast's trail continues.
Well,
Trail.
that was no fun.
After getting up.
We
Yeah.
got we kind of got Llewellyn making the worst decisions every single time.
I am high, and you did tell me I have disadvantage on intelligence and wisdom, so that would suggest that my decision making is kind of impaired right now.
I said skills using intelligence or wisdom.
Well, I took it to mean that my intelligence and wisdom is hindered at this moment. I find it hard to justify me being bad at insight, but my logic and reasoning skills are still fine.
I take it to mean that because you're high, you're constantly getting distracted.
I suppose.
It's hard to perform tasks with how distracted you're getting. Drugs don't actually make you dumb, they just make it hard to apply your knowledge.
Hey, I grew up in the 90s, and the 90s told me that drugs make you dumb. Are you saying they lied to me?
Mine was it makes you cool.
No, that's what the kids in the 90s said.
Mine said they made you
Yeah.
depressed.
Don't you guys remember that this is your brain on drugs, and they cut the fucking wires, and then they cook the eggs?
Yeah, I wasn't old enough for Dare. That shit was gone by the time I got there.
This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
Okay. And you all continue forward again. We're going to get one more in, and then you all will have to settle in for the evening as you have traveled for about a day.
Okay.
So, Jet, go ahead and roll a d20.
Woo. All right. 16.
Your path narrows through reeds and stones until you hear the trickle of running water. Ahead, a shallow stream winds across the road, crystal clear, slow, and impossibly still. But something's wrong. The water doesn't reflect the surrounding trees or sky. Instead, it mirrors a sunset that isn't there. Gold light and drifting clouds, even though the forest above them is gray and overcast. Tiny fish of white light swim against the current, fading into the reflection as they reach the far bank. The stream hums faintly with spirit energy. Any of you who approaches feels an odd pull, like the air itself is urging you to kneel and look closer. Carved into a smooth
Just
stone near the bank are faint ancient characters.
And I just took off comprehend languages.
I'm gonna not look into the water.
Fuck it. I'll add to plot. I'll look.
Investigation.
Something that's pulling you somewhere is never a good thing.
Ah, so close. That was also that 20. 11.
Yeah, no, it's too late. I should have said it before.
You can't quite place it, but all you're aware of is that the reflection is different from where you currently are. The water looks ever so inviting, though. You're
I cast shape
kind of
water.
thirsty, Ivar.
I cast shape water, and I shape it into honey. And again, I'm kidding. Or do you want me to actually do that?
You're kind
Well,
of thirsty, Ivar.
since you're kind of saying it that way, I'll take a sip.
Wisdom saving throw.
Why are we doing the most logical decisions?
Oh,
Because
well,
Jasper gave us plot, and we want to be nice to Jasper.
that'd be a 12.
We're on a mission.
Ivar, the
A mission to
world.
have fun.
Ivar, the world tilts. You glimpse the same. You glimpse. You see the beast standing on a moonlit shore, staring toward a village that you don't recognize. But then the beast looks back directly at you. Its eyes glow red, and you wake from the trance with one level of exhaustion and the faint sound of breathing just behind you for a few seconds.
Could have been worse. Not gonna lie, could have been worse.
Anybody else want to take a sip?
I'm good.
No, thank you.
You sure?
Ivor doesn't say anything.
You're all
Sure, why not?
you're all
take
pretty
I'll take
thirsty.
I'll take a fucking sip of the water. Why not?
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. That's a 17 and a 19 both net, which gives me a 20. I know you're disappointed.
You see relatively the same thing, except the beast doesn't look at you. And you get advantage on the next perception or survival check that you have for tracking the beast. Too bad that pretty much cancels it out into a regular roll.
Hey, you know what? Better than nothing.
Anyone else thirsty enough?
No. I like that. No.
Alright. And you move on. Go ahead and roll a perception or survival check to see if you're on the right track.
I'm not lying, I swear to God, that's another natural 16, which gives me a 20. I didn't even cast guidance that time.
I need you to start rolling on D&D Beyond for a little while.
It's my lucky day. What do you want from me?
I got a 25.
I wouldn't have a problem if you hadn't, rolled higher than a 15 for a while.
Hey, look, sometimes the dice are very kind.
Not that kind of disadvantage.
Eating more peanut butter. Hold on.
Peanut butter
Shit, how-
jelly, butter jelly.
What's up?
I was eating dry cinnamon toast crunch. Just snacking on it.
I'm like a dog. I can distract myself by eating a spoonful of peanut butter and trying to get it off the roof of my mouth for an hour.
Entertainment is entertainment.
Ultimately, if you want an easier way of giving a dog a pill, you just gotta give them peanut butter first because they will go at it for a while and will not be able to figure out where the pill fucking is.
It's also a
True.
way to get your dog taken away from you if you do certain other things with peanut butter.
And you just had to be a degenerate. Wow.
I'm not saying I've ever done that, but I'm, Those people exist.
Wow.
Wow.
Alright.
Get a load of
It's not
this
just
guy.
getting.
Alright. Milo, Jet, Riku. Ivar is not rolled for
Survival?
survival or perception.
I give you
Oh.
a 20 on survival.
Nat 20.
Okay.
24.
Yeah, you all are on the right track.
I'm on the right track, baby. We are fighting this beast.
That was 5 rolls or 4 rolls over 20. Yeah, 5 rolls over 20.
Very nice. The dice really want us to find this thing.
The road narrows into a low hill overlooking the marshlands that you've been crossing all day. As the last of the sun sinks behind the reeds, the air turns cool and damp, thick with the smell of water and wild mint. Riku points out a rise near the road, dry ground, half ringed by willows, perfect for a camp.
I don't mind if
I'm
we take
uh,
a rest here next to these singing grasshoppers.
I'm get some wood and stuff so I can make a little campfire to cook a stew.
Hmm. That's all well and good. Now I'm gonna roll a d12 and see what happens tonight. The fire burns low. The mist thickens, muffling even the frogs and the night insects. The world seems to hold its breath. Who's on first watch?
I'll be,
I guess I'll do second watch then.
Okay.
which is I'm the worst one that should, but I'm still so drugged up that sleeping is the last thing I can do.
Who's taking third watch?
I'll take the last one.
Okay.
I don't know if it's third or fourth.
We'll go ahead and roll a d4 for Riku. And he'll be taking watch with Ibar.
I'm okay with that. Riku's my buddy.
Now I need to roll another d4.
Is it a friendly D4?
Hmm. Milo.
What?
Llewellyn, you're drugged up. Everything is fine. You eventually pass out
Yeah.
after waking Ivar. Ivar and Riku, everything's fine. Night passes on peacefully. You all go to sleep after waking Jet. Jet, nothing happens. Nothing eventful. Everything's calm. You wake up Milo. You go to bed. Milo. Poor, sweet, innocent Milo. You hear it first. A deep, distant rumble, like thunder swallowed by earth. Then, closer, the sound of something vast moving through the reeds. Slow, deliberate, wet footsteps dragging through mud. The fire flickers as a shadow passes around across the camp, not on the ground, but over the flames themselves, like the light momentarily dims in recognition of what's near. For everyone else who is asleep, a moment comes to you as a dream. A pale, endless marsh, the reflection of a massive antlered shape passing behind you. The sense of being seen, not hunted, not yet, but marked. And then it's gone, the sound fades, the night returns to silence.
I'm gonna step over to Riku and gently shake him awake.
Poor guy's not getting a full night's sleep.
Just gently. He
What?
can answer half asleep. There was a beast, or not. I just saw dim lights. Or
Poor
I
Riku's
forgot
not
already.
getting a full night's sleep. He'll join you for the rest of watch.
He didn't need it. I'm just saying he didn't need to. I was just telling
Mm.
him like what I
You
saw.
are a teenager who woke an adult and said, I heard something.
He's not wrong. Like,
I'm not a
still
7-year-old though.
Doesn't matter.
a teenager.
It's all the more concerning when a 16-year-old does it.
Uncle
Man, I
Riku,
heard.
Uncle Riku, I heard a noise.
Children imagine things all the time and they get scared easily. There are instances where it's true. When a teenager wakes you up in the middle of the night and says, I heard something, that's more concerning. When the rest of you wake, the mist hasn't lifted, and the air smells like rain and iron. It doesn't take you long to realize that around the perimeter of the camp, the mud bears impossibly large footprints, each filled with stagnant water that reflects the sky like glass. The prints circle the camp once, wide and deliberate, and then they continue south. The grass on either side of the trail is bent, as if it refused to rise again after the creature passed. Jet, these
Yeah.
prints are familiar.
Can I check them out?
Sure.
Is that a nature survival?
I will allow anyone and everyone to decide. But in regards to following tracks and finding a trail and all that, that'll be survival.
All right.
So I think I already rolled. So, okay, so this is back. Oh no, I'm no longer drugged, so that's good. Okay.
You are no longer drugged.
I'll cast guidance, but good news. I rolled a natural 6. On top of that, +1, and with my +4 to survival, that's an 11. See, it's not all gold.
Hmm.
Heroes can falter sometimes.
Ivar, are you rolling?
Yeah. Or- 18.
Uh, I'm debating. Okay, we'll start from the lowest and work our way up. Llewellyn, you try to read the tracks through intuition rather than skill. You hum softly to yourself, hoping to feel the beast's rhythm. And for a moment, you think you do. A low pulsing heartbeat in the ground, faint but steady. And it's enough to make your hands tremble. And you lose the sense quickly, shaken but not before catching a faint melody on the wind, the same tune that haunted your dreams last night.
Dang.
Riku checks the tree line, notes smaller spirit tracks crisscrossing the beast trail, fox prints, deer spirits, even will-o-wisps that seem to follow at a distance. Beast presence disturbs the balance but doesn't annihilate it, and he finds a feather, white, singed at the edge, possibly from one of the spirit guardians driven off by the creature. And Kuro sniffs it and sneezes. And Riku says under his breath, "It's not just hunting, it's herding." Ivar, you kneel and sniff the air like a seasoned hunter. The scent is wrong, like whetstone and iron mingled with the musk of something animal that shouldn't exist. You're certain it's moving toward lower ground, the start of the marsh flats that border Okiri's outskirts. You also notice the birds, or rather their absence. The forest has gone still ahead. Milo, you study the grass and broken reeds where the tracks lead off. You find splintered branches and flecks of something like dried tar or pitch. When held to the light, it shimmers faintly red. You pocket you pocket a sample probably, maybe for study later, maybe just as proof. Your keen eyes also note the prints avoid spirit flowers and holy ground. The beast either respects or fears the old ways. Jet, you crouch near one of the deeper tracks, finger brushing the edge. The soil's still damp and warm beneath the surface. You are able to tell it wasn't just passing by, that it stopped here, listened. You spot faint drag marks, something heavy, maybe claws scraping the ground. Whatever it is, it's bipedal but can drop to all fours when it runs. From the angle of the prints, you can tell it came from the south, circled the camp, then continued west for a bit before returning to its main path. It seems to be testing you. And by the way, in regards to what Riku said, this is what he said. It's not just hunting, it's herding.
We all heard sometimes.
What is he hurting though?
Spirits.
I am so sorry. I would reply, but I have been non-stop sneezing since you started reading Ivar's.
Okay.
You allergic to my rolls or something?
Do you need me to reread?
No, I heard everything. I'm struggling right now with breathing. But anyways, I think I'm good now.
You sure?
Yes. That was a lot
Breathing
of
can be
sneezing.
hard sometimes.
Putting your clues together, you're able to tell that the beast passed less than 3 hours ago. It's traveling southwest towards the outer marshes near Okiri. It moves deliberately, not fleeing, perhaps drawing you onward. And the spirits and wildlife react to it but do not attack, suggesting it's part of the island's natural balance, maybe corrupted.
I say we need to get a move on.
right behind it.
Jet will pick up his pack and get moving then.
Okay.
Let's quickly go through here. Told you I heard something.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I gotta give Riku 1 level of exhaustion. All right. I need another D20, I believe. Yeah, which
Is this
means
the
it's
fourth one?
Milo's turn.
Milo's? Yeah.
19.
That should be good.
Interesting. Okay. As you all are traveling, the sky becomes heavy and gray. Stays that way most of the morning into the afternoon. That flat, dim light that makes it hard to tell how late it's gotten. The air smells thick with rain, but there is no thunder. Then, without warning, the air splits, and a brilliant golden bolt of lightning strikes a nearby tree, searing white across the horizon. The sound hits a second later, not a crack, but a deep choral boom, like 100 voices exhaling at once. For a moment, everything goes still. Then the struck tree begins to bleed light. Where the bolt hit, the bark is split open in jagged spiraling lines and a luminous sap begins trickling out, bright liquid gold that steams when it hits the ground. The glow is warm and almost inviting, pulsing faintly in time with a heartbeat. Fireflies gather nearby, orbiting the trunk like small planets.
Has anyone seen something like this before?
Nope.
Anybody who wants to roll Arcana
Eh,
can.
Yeah, I'll roll
Sure.
Arcana.
Riku rolled a
Jet will
nat.
approach it.
Riku rolled a natural one. That's some spiritual maple syrup.
I will cast Guidance. Roll Arcana. I rolled a 2 plus 4, which is 6 plus 3, which is 9.
I love that the barbarian rolled a 19. Ivar?
No! The blessing of
And,
Nargo has been passed on.
he wanted to see my rolls.
What'd you need, Jasper?
Arcana?
Sure.
The barbarians rolled a 19 with no bonus.
Nah, Chief. That'd be a 5.
Alright. Well, it's a good thing one of you rolled higher than a 17. Milo, you now know this, and you can pass this information along. There is enough here that everybody can upgrade one weapon to a +1 weapon.
Do I even have any like, weapons that I can
What
use?
would happen if I dunked my fist in there?
I actually have something for touching the sap without any.
That's
I actually have something for that.
Protection.
What if I put my loot
I
in?
mean,
What
I'll
I'm
put my.
sorry.
I'll
What
put,
did you say?
What if I put my loot in?
I thought you said something else.
My instrument.
I'll get to you on that. Who
I
is?
actually
All
don't even
right,
think I
I-
have a
I'll
weapon.
Ivar. What are you
I'll
doing?
let them know that that's
Scimitar.
what that stuff does.
Oh, okay. Here it is.
All right, 1+1 scimitar for Ivar.
Yeah. Loot. Mine will be a loot if you tell me that it's an interesting thing that can
Jet.
happen. Otherwise, I'll put my short bow.
I'm assuming you're a revolver.
If Milo told me that it would enchant the weapon, then yes.
All right. I would like to remind you that turning things into +1 weapons makes them magic weapons, and magic weapons are better than mundane
Yep.
weapons.
And you know what's better than a magic weapon? Magic.
Don't forget to actually add those items to your inventory, by the way. Ivar,
I'm adding it. But thanks.
Jet. Riku will just go ahead and do his short bow, because why not?
Yeah, I'll do my short bow as well, unless you want to tell me that something can be done with the loot, and I'll hear you on that.
Literally going to get to you in a second, mainly because I was going for the
No, I
practical
understand.
people first.
I just don't have any. I don't really have any interesting choices.
Okay. Riku now has a +1 short bow. Ivar has a +1 scimitar. And Jet has a +1 revolver.
Yep.
Making sure that people have actually, added that to their inventory and then equipped it. Jet.
I'm looking for it. Hold on. It's doing the loading screen.
Alright, let me go ahead and get
There
the.
it is.
Alright. Then Ivar. Making sure you all are doing it, because I want you to do what you got.
Boop. And then remove
I
the
did.
other one.
I did
Okay.
the thing.
Alright, so who should we start with first? Ivar and Jet, since you will both chose practical weapons, who should we start with? The
I choose
fist
Milo.
or the fist or the loot?
Choose Milo.
Yeah,
Oh,
do
that's
Milo.
Milo.
He
Milo.
knows first, so I would assume
You
he
never,
would
you
have
never want to
done it.
start with the fisting. You
No, but it's gotta be in there somewhere.
know? Yeah, that's the final performance.
Okay. Uh, I need you, Milo, to make a con saving throw.
I'm gonna re-roll that. Nat 20 to 26.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm gonna
Before,
cast. I'm gonna cast bless on. Hold on. How many of them? Are we 5 people?
yeah.
Oh, well, you already went. Okay, I'm gonna cast a second level bless on everybody but Milo.
Go ahead and refresh your page and see if you can figure out what's different.
So everyone remember, if Jasper tells you you need to do a saving throw, you get an extra D4 to it.
Let me refresh again. Is it my saving throw?
Hmm?
Is it my saving throw?
Yeah.
Mm.
Go ahead and tell everyone if you want.
Nice. Gain wisdom save proficiency.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're
As
no longer mentally feeble.
for Llewellyn, I'm realizing I still have a bunch of items I need to make. Fuck.
Now the only chance I have to attack the party is if it's a charisma saving throw.
All someone's got to do is raise you up.
That's why they call me the Rizzler.
Okay. Llewellyn,
Y'all.
your loot is upgraded.
Oh shit.
I will need to make it, but it's going to be called the Loot of the Spirit Grove.
What's it for?
Once per long rest, you may play the lute to channel the power of the storm. For 1 minute, any bardic inspiration you grant carries a low hum of divine thunder, and when a creature uses that die, they gain 1d6 temporary hit points per inspiration
Nice.
die they spend.
Pretty nice. That's pretty neat.
And your lute is now adorned with gold and filigree.
Ooh, so
It filled the wood
fancy.
grain with gold.
Yeah. And you move on.
Mm.
A natural 20 got Milo permanent proficiency on wisdom saving throws.
Nice.
Oh,
If it
I don't
ha-
need to make a save of any kind?
no, you do not, because you didn't
Okay.
actually touch it. You dipped something into it.
What if I
If
do
it had
touch it then?
if it had been a regular success, Milo would have gotten permanent half proficiency.
I'll touch the water if something cool
There's
happens.
nothing left.
Yeah, it was enough
Okay.
for one each.
Okay. Feeling very,
All right.
the one's feeling very adventurous today. Oh, I see. Because Milo's the one who put his fist in. Is that
Yep.
what you were saying? Okay.
I put an actual body part in. You put a item in.
That's fair.
Llewellyn, go ahead and roll one more d20.
I guess I wasted that spell then. Natural 20.
Well, I was hoping for one more encounter before this event, but you rolled this event specifically.
Neato.
All right. Okay. Uh, all right. The days turned strange. The mist has burned away, leaving the air too clear, colors too sharp, sounds too thin. The road ahead winds through a low stretch of black reeds. their tops whispering in the wind like 1,000 hushed voices. Then, without warning, the sun falters. A ripple of darkness passes across the landscape. Not a cloud, but a moving shadow, vast and slow. It stretches across the marsh, crawling over the ground and swallowing your guys' own silhouettes. Your shadows don't match your movements anymore. Jet's shadow tilts its head before he does. Llewellyn's plucks at his own strings, soundless. On Rico's shoulder, Kiro's tail flicks, but the shadow doesn't move. Milo's shadow bristles, first spreading like smoke, and Ivar's turns its head toward the horizon. And then the shape takes form. The light bends wrong. From the edge of the marsh, an enormous figure rises from the horizon's mirage, half seen, half remembered, like it's always been there, just waiting to be noticed. A hulking, antlered silhouette. Its chest glows faintly from within, pulsing like a dying ember. Its steps make no sound. The beast doesn't attack at first. It watches. Its head tilts slightly, antlers catching the sunlight like black glass. When it breathes, the air grows cold. When it exhales, the reeds bow in waves. Then the first sound, a low guttural rumble, half growl, half human sigh. You followed, it says. The voice is wrong, deep and wet, echoing from everywhere at once.
Yes, we followed. So why don't you come out and show who we followed? Are you too afraid, living your life in the shadows, to come out in the light?
It looks at you like you're crazy because it's not in the shadows.
There's a bunch of stuff shadows, so.
He just rose up and is visible.
Okay. Hello, how do you do?
Anybody else's reactions than letting the bard talk?
Were we not supposed to follow? I asked him.
Um, hmm.
So we're following the high man.
I suppose so.
Uh,
I mean,
on Llewellyn saying yes, we followed, the beast's head turns, slow and deliberate, until its glowing eyes find him. For heartbeat all sound dies, and then it speaks, voice like wind in a grave. Then you've learned nothing from the island. The words seem to echo through your bones, not your ears. The antlers shimmer faintly, and catching fragments of sunlight and shadow. And when Milo asks, were we not supposed to follow? The beast's form shifts subtly. Not moving closer, but feeling larger somehow, like the air itself pulls toward it. Its eyes flare once, soft gold fading to red. You followed the scent of fear. The island leaves paths for those who listen, not for those who hunt. It takes a single step forward, the ground rippling like disturbed water. The tall grass whispered your names before you ever took up arms. Yet you still reach for weapons. You call yourselves protectors, but you chase what you do not understand. The shadow of the antlers stretches across all of you, a living tapestry of twisting lines. Then, quieter. When the first of you shed blood in the marsh, I awoke. When the last of you buried a truth beneath the well, I began to walk. It tilts its head toward you specifically, Milo, almost curious, like a predator studying another hunter. Do you even know what you would do, Wolf, if you caught me?
We're hoping to find out why you are doing what you're doing. It is causing irritation to townfolk.
I mean, you say we are lacking in understanding and focus, but your attacks seem very wild and reckless.
You said we seek what we don't understand, but how can we not understand it if we never know what its purpose is?
Llewellyn, since you are the only caster outside of Riku, I'm gonna need you to roll Arcana.
You know I'm casting guidance on that puppy.
I'm gonna say no, you're
That's
not.
that's fine. That's good enough anyway. It's gonna be a 19, I think. Let me see. No, 18.
You are able to identify that the beast appears to be a guardian spirit corrupted by imbalance.
You called us wannabe protectors. It appears you yourself were once that very thing.
Okay. Um, the beast's head twitches. First confusion and then stillness. The faint red in its chest dims, flickers, then steadies again, dimmer now. You think I chose this? You think I asked to wear this hunger? It lowers its
I don't.
head slightly, not in shame but restraint. A wild animal remembering it can still be gentle. The wind picks up and its antlers hum faintly like chimes. I was the island's balance once. I kept the wild places dreaming, kept the old gods fed with song and smoke. But your kind stopped singing. You built your wells, you burned the fields, and you left the island starving. The voice rises again now, the sound of thunder in a bottle. So the island fed on me. The tension in the air changes, not gone, but different. The beast isn't the hunter anymore. It's the wounded survivor. Its breath comes in low, rough gusts. Its shoulders shake with effort to contain its power.
So, if we're wannabe protectors, and you're a victim of our kind, perhaps it is our duty to not help our kind, but to help you. How could we do that? What can we do to help you? I'll also take out my flute, and I'll say, and for the record, The music never stops. It simply finds a new player. And I'll play my family's melody.
I just want to be reading this creature's like intentions, I guess you could say.
Go ahead and give me an insight.
I am like not acting hostile. Like
No.
my hands are relaxed and everything, trying not to provoke it.
I'll go ahead
'Cause
and say you can have advantage, a situational advantage on this, Jet.
10.
Mm.
I
What
don't.
were you doing, Milo?
just like being like not tensing my hands or anything, just having them relaxed, trying not to like, because
He's trying to appear
he,
non-hostile.
yeah, because he said we reach for our weapons and shed blood and cause bloodshed when I don't have any weapons and I'm not trying to like appear aggressive.
And Ivar? Ivar?
We lost him.
Ivar.
Disappointed!
Gara.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
I used to. Chicken shit now.
Ivar.
What's up?
Where'd you
You
go,
didn't tell me to roll
bud?
anything. You didn't tell me to roll anything.
I did
Did you?
tell
Yeah,
you.
he's
I
asking
literally
you.
was asking you what
Did
you were
you did you
doing.
did you miss the last 5 minutes of all the exposition that we just went through?
Probably.
Where'd you
If I'm
go,
being honest.
bud?
Getting something to drink from being.
Um, what are you doing right now in this moment?
Oh my fucking god.
Sitting down with my drink.
In game.
In game, you
Oh.
dumbass.
Trying not to die.
The beast is in front of you, and he told us he was a protector, and then and that the people of the land basically caused him to be eaten away at, and the land has basically taken his role away from him, and he called us wannabe protectors. And now you
He's
responded.
not wrong. I ain't trying to protect nobody. At the moment.
What about
Except for
Honey?
myself. Shit, how am I gonna do that? She gone.
You make it sound like you had nothing to protect.
Like I said, I'm not protecting anything right now.
Okay.
It's not wrong.
I guess I need to write down Ivar stands around and does nothing.
Our shrugs. There's a little bit of truth. Himself doesn't count as an answer, does it?
Jet, trying to read its intent, all you feel is weight, the kind that comes before storms or after funerals. No malice, but no peace. Something about its eyes reminds you of your own reflection, a hunter who never stops chasing because you're afraid of what happens if you do.
Okay.
After a bit, after your question, Ivar, or not Ivar, Llewellyn,
Llewellyn? Yeah.
where the fuck did this come from? Weird. Uh, Play. After a bit, Ivar, the beast finally, or not Ivar, Llewellyn. Fucking hell, I'm tired all of a sudden. Uh, Softer now, each word vibrating through the air like thunder through water. Play. Play until the island remembers what it was before it needed monsters. It takes a step closer, and the shadows bend inward, wrapping around it like a cloak. The glow in its chest brightens for the briefest moment, revealing faint spectral shapes within its ribs. Dozens of smaller spirits trapped like embers inside a lantern. Free them, and you free me. It turns its head back to you again. But if you stop, if the song falters, the island will finish its feast. And then its voice drops nearly a whisper, and there will be no new player. The beast slowly lowers itself, antlers dipping low. The reeds flatten outward in a perfect circle around it. It's almost a bow, or a surrender. Then the wind rises sharply. The beast begins to dissolve, not in smoke, but in music. Low, droning notes like the hum of cello strings. The sound rises, swirls around you all, and fades into the horizon. And when the air clears, only its footprints remain, glowing faintly like lanterns in the mud.
Well, it seems like we finally have a bit more understanding of what it is that we're supposed to be doing here. So that's a good thing.
I think worst comes to worst. The worst part about all of this is that Jet, you know for sure that the beast's eyes were full of pain, not rage.
All right. So then, are we helping the creature then, guys?
I mean, I think if we don't, then there'll be nothing left to help.
This is more your island. I'm not exactly local.
Well, who's to say that whatever darkness is eating away won't go to find your island once it's done with this one?
I
Uh,
doubt it, but
after
still y'all's choice.
after a bit in the footprints in the mud, flowers begin to bloom. They look like white lilies with faint red veins. After noticing them, Riku lets out a low whistle and then begins to collect them up. You can keep talking.
So it wants us to help it free its friends, it seems.
Seems to suggest that the spirits scattered along the island are all trapped, and in reality, those spirits are all one, are all this beast.
It would have been
All
helpful
right.
if he told us general direction, but I assume it will probably make itself known.
There are
Whatever.
all kinds of spirits on the island. The villages themselves have a patron spirit. Now that I think about it, the one that we encountered beneath the well makes sense. And then there are regions that also have their own spirits. The mountain, I need to pull up the map. The mountain, the lakes, the wetlands, the highlands. There's even one of the Gale Fields. As well as, well, it's been a while since anyone's heard from him, but for those of you who aren't aware, there's also the domain of the Lionfish King out off of the coast.
So
Should we start heading towards the nearest one, or should we check back in town, see if
We're
there was
closer.
other rumors in town?
We're closer to Okiri than we are to Matango. Ultimately, if we're looking for spirits, then we could move towards the Gale Fields or the Gift or just to Okiri in general.
I say we try to find the first spirit. The nearest one that we can get to.
I would like to remind you that
Yeah.
I think we've already found a first spirit.
I think we should try to find another spirit.
Well, if I remember correctly, Jet, I don't think you've ever been to Okiri.
nope.
And Milo, I think it's been a while since you've last been to Okiri.
If I've ever been there at all.
That's fair. Think you were
I would have gone where my grandparents went.
I think you were much younger. That was the last time that your grandparents were able to make the trek.
Yeah.
Ivar, I know for sure as hell you've never been to Okiri.
Nope. Never been on this island before.
And
First timer.
Llewellyn. You ever been to Okiri, Llewellyn?
Oh, the history check. I've been in around a lot of places on the island during my travels.
That's fair.
I rolled. Most likely, I have. I rolled a 20.
Yeah, you've been there a couple of times. As a traveling bard, you know, avoiding your past.
I've been to Okiri a few times. It's a quaint little place. Quite a distance, though.
Is that where we're heading to?
It's our best bet.
Mhm.
You just have to cross the river.
I'll
Those who should
start
get
heading that
going
way
then.
though. Yeah.
To Okiri we go.
All right. You will get one more. All right. I believe that's back up to Ivar for a 20 or a D20.
Already rolling. 13.
Interesting.
You find a duffel bag full of 10,000 platinum. It's just sitting there.
So
I share it with Riku and we run.
So I have a D20 table with a list of like 100 other things, and I just erase whatever you roll and replace it because you've rolled a 13 before.
Nice.
As you travel along, the mist thickens as the road bends between two sloping hills. A faint metallic rhythm begins to echo across the marsh. The ringing of blades clashing in slow, deliberate patterns. As you crest the hill, you see them. Two spirit warriors, locked in endless combat. One is draped in tattered red banners, its face hidden by a cracked kabuto mask. The other gleams faintly blue-white, its body formed of flowing water and light. Each strike meets the other's weapon with perfect symmetry. Neither bleeds, neither speaks. The sound is rhythmic, meditative, like music played on steel. Around them the air warps slightly, looping with each exchange. Every step forward feels like stepping into the same moment again. The spirits seem caught in a cycle, bound to duel until one yields, but neither can. Their motions are graceful, ritualistic, almost sorrowful. Your options: observe, intervene peacefully, intervene physically, or offer a challenge are some things you all can do.
This time I'm Llewellyn is just observing.
I think Jet's just gonna pass this one on. Well,
Llewellyn, go ahead and roll a insight.
Guys, do you want? Do you want to just make it a rule that I can't cast on myself? I don't mind.
I'll just figure out reasons why you can't at certain times.
Okay.
Oh man, you've got a splinter. You can't cast guidance on yourself till you get it out.
I rolled a. Oh wow. Natural 14 plus 5, 19 plus 4, 23.
Watching closely reveals the duel is perfectly even. Neither fighter lands a blow. Both mirror each other's technique exactly. It doesn't take long for you to realize that they are the same spirit, split into two halves, wrath and mercy.
Okay. I'm going to. Actually, this would be interesting. Hold on a second. What does it say again? Performance, persuasion, or intimidation check. I'm going to put myself in between the creature, playing my lute as I approach them, singing a song, the song being about togetherness, wholeness, and I name those two things, and I sing about them being one, in an effort to persuade the creature to realize the truth and to realize, you know, that it does not need to fight itself rather than regain itself.
Roll a
And I get advantage on that.
performance or get stabbed.
I have an advantage on that. Uh, that is 13 plus 7, 20.
Okay.
Use that much more.
The spirits pause, their helms turn toward you, and then they lower their blades. Eventually, after a moment, they merge, becoming one radiant figure who bows and then fades.
I turn to the group and I say, well, if they're all like that, we'll be done before the end of the month.
I don't think that was one of them. I think
That
that
Looked
was
like one of
just.
them.
No, that was more like a memory made manifest.
Dang. And here I thought we had just gotten a win.
I don't think it's going to be as easy as performing Llewellyn.
Well, guy could be optimistic, can't he?
Think they were just trapped here.
We're gonna get to the BBEG, and he's gonna roll a natural 20 on performance, and he's gonna win.
I would just like to sing him a lullaby of peace. Let's all be friends.
We start doing fucking
You
Battle of
know,
the Bands.
you know, I've always had this question in mind. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
I hear there's a new Spider-Man movie coming out.
Why
We should go
can't
see it
we
together.
be friends?
The
Why
fuck
can't we
is
be
Spider-Man?
friends? Who's Spider-Man?
You don't know Spider-Man? It's a man
Oh,
it's a half man, half spider.
are you talking about that arachnid rogue man that was terrorizing terrorizing the coastal village of hold on, let me get the name of the village real quick.
Newport.
No, it's actually there's an actual coastal village here.
Yeah.
Tidewater?
Now, first of all, that is all conjecture. That damn bard J. Josiah Jameson is ruining that man's good name. He was helping those people, if anything.
But from what I heard, he was poisoning the water and turning the frogs gay.
Well, that I have no knowledge of. So I plead the fifth.
He's a damn menace, that's all I say.
God, who's the actor that always plays J. Jonah Jameson?
J.K.
J.K. Simmons. Yeah.
Love him.
J.K. Simmons as Alex Jones. I said they're putting chemicals in the water that's turning the frogs gay. Basically the same voice.
Fucking love J.K. Simmons.
Mhm.
God damn.
You know, it says a lot about an actor that prestigious when I think Whiplash might be his most unhinged performance ever.
Oh God, he was in
A
BoJack.
movie about a drummer.
He was in BoJack Horseman. He was in Whiplash, Juno, La La Land.
We're getting off topic.
I forgot he
He was
voices.
also
I forgot he
in,
voices Omni-Man.
Oh no, that wasn't. Was it him or being John Malkovich in Burn After? I think it was being John Malkovich. I think it was.
We're
I
getting
think
off
that was John
topic.
Malkovich in that.
Bring me pictures of the Absolute. General Ketherick Thorm. Anyway.
We would just know it as the Elder Brain, not the Absolute. Absolute's like mostly
Yeah.
Sword Coast. So.
Not if you're speaking of the Absolute. I made this little video. It's the only video I've ever made so far on Baldur's Gate 3. But I thought it was pretty funny.
No, we won't worry about that right now.
We'll look at it later.
The sun finally sinks beyond the so as you're traveling, you eventually cross the river. The marsh eventually gives way to grassland and then forest. The sun finally sinks, bleeding gold into the mist. By the time the first lanterns appear, your boots are caked in mud and salt, your breath visible in the cooling air. And then light. Okiri rises in the forest, making way for wood and smoke. Hold on a second. Okay. By the time you reach the far side of the river, the sun is sinking low behind the tree line. The air feels cleaner here, crisp, touched by pine and distant smoke. The mud gives way to packed earth and golden grass swaying in the evening wind. In the distance, Okiri village rests between rolling hills and the shadow of an old forest grove. Its houses are built from pale wood and dark clay, roofs sloping steeply to shed rain. Lanterns sway from every eave, their light catching in the tall grass like fireflies. Behind the town, a watchtower stands against the sunset, half covered in ivy. To the east, a narrow path leads towards terraced farmland, the sound of frogs faint but distant, a reminder of where you come from. A wooden bridge crosses the river behind you, marking the quiet boundary between the spirit-touched wilds and the living lands of Okiri. The road into town is lined with wind chimes and prayer ribbons, fluttering softly. Children chase each other between wooden posts, and the smell of smoke, soy, and roasted nuts greets you all. Locals give you long, curious looks. They clearly recognize strangers, but not with hostility. Okiri is small enough that new faces mean new stories. Down the main line, past a line of market stalls closing for the evening, the warm glow of a tavern spills out across the road. The sign sways gently overhead. The Amber Reed Tavern, for warmth, for song, for those who walk too far. Inside, the interior is a cozy blend of wood, reed mats, and soft amber light. Lanterns hang low from low beams, their covers painted with brushwork scenes of cranes and rivers. A half-circle hearth sits at the center of the room with a blackened kettle suspended above it, crackling quietly. Reka, the innkeeper, stands behind the counter, cleaning lacquered bowls with a cloth. Her hair is streaked white and tied in a simple knot, her expression shrewd but kind. When she spots you, her gaze lingers just a little too long, the way someone looks at travelers carrying more than dirt on their boots. You've crossed the river at dusk. Brave or lost? She gestures towards the open hearth. Sit. The fire's still warm and the stew's still thick. Both are a rare blessing here in Okiri. A flautist plays near the window, soft and meandering, the kind of tune that feels older than the town. A pair of local hunters argue over whether they saw the moonlight herd near the woods last night. A young courier dozes by the door, boots muddy, satchel unopened. The air smells faintly of pine and rice wine. Clean, grounding, and real.
So,
Uh,
can I ask you a question, miss? Has anything unusual been happening here lately? Something that you would say is not something that you wouldn't say normally happens in these regions?
I'm gonna kick some of the mud off my boots, just so it's not caked in mud.
You must be travelers. Locals don't ask about ghosts before ordering dinner. She wipes her
I
hands on
like
her apron, eyes sharp but kind, and gestures for you all to sit. Once you settle near the hearth, she meanders over, bringing small bowls of steaming broth, then leans her elbows on the counter. All right, Bard, you want the town's oddities? Fine. But you'd better finish your meal before chasing them, or you'll be another story on the board by morning. She tilts her head toward the wall hung with scraps of parchment, short notes, names, and small offerings. The missing persons board.
I shall definitely have an inspection as soon as I finish this delectable meal.
There's been, well, be that as it may, there's been trouble up north near the old Kamoshi shrine in the woods. Lanterns that won't stay lit. They say something keeps breathing them out. And some folks in the fields swear they've seen light between the roots. Not fireflies, something brighter, like the earth itself is glowing. And last one's the strangest. Fishermen down by the southern river bend found a dead animal 2 days ago. Looked like a deer, but its bones were hollow, like a lantern's frame. She crosses her arms. You tell me what that means, Bard, because I've run out of names for it.
I think it means that we're in the right place, and maybe mysteries are waiting to be solved.
Um, there's a snort from a table nearby as you see an old woodcutter who appears to be missing 2 fingers. You want real trouble? Go see the Lantern Ward up by the eastern ridge. Used to be where the Shrine Maidens kept the festival fires burning. Now it's where the lights go to die. Reka sighs, waving the man off and trying to get your attention back. Ignore Haru. He says that about every haunted place within 10 miles. Though he's not wrong about the fires dying. Well, if you're fool enough to go poking at any of those, take this advice. Leave a coin by the river before you go. The water here remembers faces, and you want it to remember yours kindly. She pours you a small cup of sake, Llewellyn, and adds, almost as an afterthought, and if the wind starts singing your name, try not to sing back.
We'll keep that advice in mind.
And I have now just provided you with 4 plot hooks. Because, honestly, you might be an Okiri for a little while.
Damn, if only I had some coin to fucking put it near the riverbed.
I got doubloons.
Riku will give you a. We'll just slip a. Let me actually roll. In your effort to pat yourself down in realizing that you might not have any gold coins to leave by the riverbed, you find one in your pocket that you knew wasn't there before.
Mhm.
And because I don't want to die before work tomorrow, the night deepens over Okiri village, and the laughter in the amber reed fades to a low, comfortable murmur. The last of the patrons drift home, their lanterns bobbing in the dark like tiny fire spirits returning to the woods. The hearth has burned down to embers. The warmth flickers across your faces, weary, soot-streaked, alive. Reika wipes down the last cup and glances your way. The road didn't break you. That's something. Most folks lose their step long before the river. Her tone softens. If you're staying the night, second floor's open. Don't mind the wind. It likes to knock on shutters when it's curious. She nods once, then disappears behind the curtain to the kitchen. Llewellyn, you tune your lute softly by the window, the same faint hum from the spirit grove still thrumming beneath each note. Every now and then, one of the lanterns outside flickers in rhythm with your song. Milo, you sit near the hearth, poking at the coals with a stick, thinking about hollow bones and old gods that don't die cleanly. Riku leans against the wall, Kiro curled at his feet, amber eyes watching the door as though expecting someone he knows to walk through. Ivar, you sharpen your blade in the quiet, the scrape steady and deliberate, your expression unreadable. And Jet, you stand by the bar, cup in hand, staring at your reflection in the glass. And for a moment, you swear the reflection looks tired enough to belong to someone else. Beyond the tavern walls, the fields sway beneath the rising moon. The tall grass glows faintly silver, the river whispering to itself below the bridge. In the distance, a single lantern flickers on the forest edge, just for a heartbeat, before winking out. No one in town seems to notice, but the island does. The night hums low and steady, not the uneasy drone of the marsh, but something alive, watchful, waiting. And for the first time since leaving Matango, the island feels awake.